Okay, St. Kitts, if you have not heard, has just doubled the price on the donation option from $125,000 to $250,000 starting. That's the low point. I'm going to go through what the rates are for people that have a family. Now, before you start, your feathers start to go up, I'm going to explain to you how the program has actually gotten better, okay? All right, so I'm going to explain the whole program and why it's actually changed a lot on the donation option, but in the real estate option, it's gotten a lot better, and this is why. First of all, the real estate option, back when the donation option was $125,000, and oh, by the way, too, they're probably going to make some tweaks on this. They usually do, so there'll be some changes, and I'm waiting on that. They're so busy at the Citizenship by Investment Department right now, I can't call them. So we're trying to just dribble as much information as we can. As I get it, I'll bring it out to you. But these are the facts as of right now, and then as they come out, I'll explain to you further from there. Now, as I've mentioned to you before in other videos, the donation option I've always thought was not as good as the real estate option. The reason I said that is all the money that you're putting towards the donation option, I don't care if it's $125,000, you're not getting any of that money invested. It's all basically going out the window, okay? And you got other fees on top of that. You also got legal fees that you got to pay for. And you also got background check fees that you're going to have to pay. This thousands of dollars. So none of that money was coming back to you, okay? Now, with the real estate option, this is the big key right here. The government fees are very low. So that means that all that money that's left is going towards the real estate option. And now it's going to make the real estate option even better. Why? Because now they've let more people get involved with selling their properties. And now you can, in the home program, they're allowing condominiums. Before it was just single family homes. What do you think that's going to do with property values in St. Kitts? Okay, it's going to go through the roof. And you got to remember, St. Kitts is one of the few countries in the world that doesn't have an income tax, no capital gains tax, no estate tax, no inheritance tax, and only 0.20% is what you're paying on the property values that you're actually spending. Like if you got $500,000 that you're spending on a property, you pay in property taxes 0.20% of whatever you're purchasing. And there's a $29,600 US exclusion before that 0.20% kicks in. So you're virtually paying almost no property taxes. How many places in the world can you do that in? But this is the key right here. The actual real estate option has gotten better because, as I told you before, the government fees amounts to very little with the real estate option. And now more people are going to be getting in the real estate option because the donation option just doubled, okay? That's number one. What's that going to do to your property prices? Okay, property prices were already going up in St. Kitts, but now they're going to go through the roof. Okay, and that's why I would tell you nothing's changed with the real estate option, except it just gotten better because now more people can sell their property that will qualify for citizenship, and now there'll be less people with the donation option making the property prices go up through the roof. Okay, and I've told people this before. Don't just take it from me. Do your own investigating on this. Pull up St. Bart's and just look at the property prices. Just do a Google search on property prices in St. Bart's. I can look at St. Bart's right here to the left on my window on a clear day, and I can see it. It's about 50 miles away, give or take, straight, just looking out, okay? Property prices in St. Bart's run $2,400 to $2,700, not per square meter, per square foot. That's higher than Bermuda, Cayman Islands. There are very few places in the world as expensive as that. Okay, Monaco is one of the few that's more expensive. Very few. They're more expensive than that. And St. Kitts, what I don't understand, St. Kitts, and it just bogs my mind. St. Kitts, the topography is here a lot nicer. You got higher mountains. You've got just a lot more to do here, and the thing about it is the property prices. I saw a house just sell the other day for $45 US a square foot. St. Bart's is selling for $2,500 to $2,700 a square foot. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to see those property prices come more in relation to each other. And what's that going to do to the property prices in St. Kitts? It's going to go through the roof. And St. Kitts, too, when you're 62 years old in St. Kitts, You get free health care virtually. You go in the hospital, you pay almost nothing, okay? And if you're under 62, it's almost nothing for that. You pay very, very little if you go in the hospital to get treatment, okay? You don't have to wait around like you do in Canada to get treatment. You know, you can go right in and see a doctor. And the great thing about that, there's no income tax, no capital gains tax, no estate tax, no inheritance tax. Where are you going to find places like this? This is what people are catching on to, are benefits like this. Libertarians love places like St. Kitts, but they just don't know about it. I'm getting thousands of phone calls coming in, finding out about St. Kitts. They've never even heard of the place until they see our YouTube video, okay? But this is the key right here. Listen to me. Property prices right now are going to go through the roof. If you're going to be getting real estate in St. Kitts, do it through getting the citizenship by investment. That's the best way to do it. You kill two birds with one stone. You get a nice property. You get a fast passport as quick as 45 to 60 days. This is the way to go. Forget the donation option. I've told people when it was $125,000, forget the $250,000. When it was $125,000, I told people that the option was better in real estate. It always has been. You're going to see property prices double and triple here really quick. This is the time to be buying right now, especially now since they've doubled the donation option. This is the time I'd be buying, not the donation option, but the real estate option. All right, let me go through the facts with you here so you can kind of see the changes that were made. And also, folks, if you want to legally get around high income taxes and how to get a second passport, as quick as 45 days to do 3 things. Hit the subscribe button on the right of your screen right here, and you get new videos automatically as they come out. And number 2 is I would like to hear from you. If you got a question or comment, put it below. And number 3 is go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com, and just ask for some help. All right, now the government of St. Kitts and Nevis has made further sweeping changes, and this is to their Citizenship by Investment program, which will include the introduction of a new investment option called the Sustainable Island State Contribution, also called the SISC. Now, the SISC replaces the previous Sustainable Growth Fund option, also called the SGF before, and investors contributed towards this option will be advancing St. Kitts and Nevis into a sustainable island state based on the following 7 pillars. Number 1 is increasing local food production. Transitioning, number 2, to green energy. If you go downtown here in St. Kitts, you're going to see all these solar panels where they're trying to get into green energy more and more in St. Kitts. Number 3 is diversifying the economy. Number 4 is attracting and supporting sustainable industries. Number 5 is evolving the creative economy. Number 6 is recovering from the impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic. And number 7 is expanding social protection and safety nets to protect the most vulnerable. All right, now this is the part that's real important. Contributions now start from $250,000 US dollars for one applicant only, and then the increase as a spouse or dependents are added. Now, for a family of 2, the contribution amount increases to $300,000 US dollars, and for a family of 4, the minimum sustainable island state contribution is $350,000 US dollars. Now, the minimum amount for investing in the developer's real estate option is now $400,000. This is the key. The property must be held for a period of 7 years and can be resold once to another purchaser who wants to apply for citizenship by investment. Now, approved private home, which can be a condominium or a single family dwelling, qualifies to be sold as a citizenship by investment option if a minimum investment of $400,000 US dollars is paid to a condominium owner or $800,000 is paid to a single family dwelling owner by the main applicant. Now, again, the private home must be held for a period of 7 years and cannot be sold to another purchaser who wants to apply for citizenship by investment unless the federal cabinet is satisfied that sustainable further investment was injected into the real estate by way of further construction and renovation and otherwise. Now, a public benefit unit in an approved public benefit project will qualify by citizenship by investment if a minimum contribution, and this is a contribution now, not investment, is paid to the approved public benefactor by the main applicant. And this option is limited to approved public beneficiaries who, by their projects, maximize local employment, embark upon programs including transfer of technology and local capacity building, transfer all real estate to the state or substantial completion, and assume all financial risks. Now, the investors applying for Citizenship by Investment are now required to have a mandatory interview either virtually or in person at a location specified by the Citizenship by Investment unit and approved by the Board of Governors. Now, interviews will be conducted by an independent professional firm commissioned by the Citizenship by Investment unit, who will also perform background due diligence checks or the unit itself. Now, all background due diligence checks will be commissioned by the Citizenship by Investment unit and will be conducted by independent professional firms from the United Kingdom, USA, and Europe, and in accordance with the requirements set by the government, the Board of Governors. Now, once the Citizenship by Investment application has been approved, all processes and due diligence checks are finalized and the investment is made. A certificate of registration will be issued to the main applicant. The certificate of registration must be collected in person in a St. Kitts and Nevis or with an embassy or consulate specified by the Citizenship by Investment unit as approved by the Board of Governors. Now, further, the Board of Governors has been empowered to regulate all authorized agents and international marketing agents who must have their businesses registered under the laws of St. Kitts and Nevis. Major limitations have also been included with respect to the methods by which the St. Kitts and Nevis Citizenship by Investment program is to be advertised internationally. In this ever-changing and unpredictable world, it's imperative that the government of St. Kitts and Nevis and its Citizenship by Investment program continue to adapt to the needs of all the people and to attract to the right kind of international investment necessary to uplift the country. Now, folks, this is some really, really nice changes that they've come out with here. If you want to know more on this, on the investment, the real estate, the donation option, as I've mentioned to you before, they're going to have more and more stuff. Probably they're going to have some tweaks. They usually do, maybe on some additions or maybe some subtractions on this. We'll keep you notified on this as they come out. And I would like to hear from you if you got a question or comment, and if you just put it below. And folks, if you want to legally get around high income taxes or how to get a second passport as quick as 45 days, hit that subscribe button at the right of your screen. You'll get all these videos automatically as they come out. And if you want more help, go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com, and just ask for some help. And I look forward to talking to you on the next video. Take care.